Hello, Keith here with Math Fun and Games. We are continuing with turn 3 of MBT by GMT Games. We're doing the first scenario, and I'm using all the basic rules with a portion of the advanced rules. Link in the description below. If you want to see the rules that I am using, I took the MBT rules and highlighted in the table of contents the sections that I'm using. I'm going to start off with the spotting phase. Now let's find out who spotted. So on these hills up here, everybody here is spotted because this is level 3 terrain, and we have other level 3 terrain over here. Now that's heavy forest. I want to see the height of the heavy forest just to double check and make sure it's not 4. All right. So the height of heavy forest is actually 4. Okay. So 1, 1, 2, 3. So this forest right here is actually higher than this unit. So that would be a line of sight consideration. But I'm playing the game as if, because I have been playing the game, as if this forest right here, the dark forest, the heavy forest, is actually level 3. But that is a correction I'll make next time, that this heavy force, we're going to play it as if it's level 4. So that means that everybody on level 3 can see everybody else on level 3. And again, I'm treating heavy force, heavy woods as just woods. I'm treating the dark green as green. So these all over here are spotted. And the American unit is spotted. Now over here, this unit that moved, it's at level 1. And I don't believe anybody has line of sight to it. I'll take a quick look. Let me pull back, it's easier to see. So it's over here. And I don't know, this unit, no, this unit right here would be blocked by, I see some light woods there. So that unit wouldn't, and that unit, so this unit right here, I'll circle it, I guess I can't. All right, let's close this. So this unit right here, it's blocked, its line of sight is blocked by these trees, which are 3, and these trees, which are 3. So that unit right there, going up, this unit is not spotted. That unit is not spotted. And I can remove the spot marker because it's not spotted. Okay, let's go down. So I'm going to go right to left, Americans, then Russians. This unit right here, is it spotted by the people on the hill? Let's pull back some. Okay, so we have a unit right here. I'm going to turn on the last sight marker. And I'm going to draw it to right here. All right, so if you see right here, the last sight to that unit right there goes through that woods hex, so that's not spotted. And if that's not spotted, the unit behind it wouldn't be spotted. So those 2 units aren't spotted. However, so I can remove the spot marker from them. Delete. Next. So we have these units over here. One of those is spotted by the unit on a hill. The other one at that last sight looks like it goes right along that. It does. I'm going to zoom in, take a look at it, check it out. Okay, so that line, that unit right there is also spotted. because it does not cross the woods hex. Well, let's see though. Yep. All right, so those 2 units are spotted. I can leave that spot marker. This track unit right there, that's also spotted. Obviously it didn't move. I'm going to mark it with a spotted marker just to indicate that it is spotted. I wonder if there's a way to put that. Oh, I know what I can do. I can rotate it. All right, so I'll just put like that to indicate that it is spotted. But obviously it's not going to say moving. Okay, let's go further. These 2 units over here. Circle them. Those 2 units. Pull back. Are spotted, I believe, by, well, they're not spotted by that unit. Are they spotted by that? They're not spotted by that unit. They may be spotted by that. Let's take a look and see if they're spotted by this unit back here. Okay, that unit. So neither of those units are spotted by them. So let's go. How about this unit right here? Are they spotted by this unit? They are spotted. The first one's spotted and the second one is spotted. So I can retain their spotted marker. Let's see, who else do we have here? Next, we have these 2 markers. Oops. Next, we have these 2 units right there. And are they spotted by anybody? I think I see someone. They might, no, they're not spotted by this unit because of the woods. And let's see, how about this guy? Nope, they're blocked by that woods hex. And this guy is at level 1, so they're also blocked by that woods hex. I'm going to run it out just in case. Oops. This out. No, they're not spotted by them. So how about this unit on the hill? Are they spotted by them? Oops. Let's check. All right. So they're level 3, and they're also blocked by those woods there. So that those 2 units right there are not spotted. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to remove that. They're not spotted. And last for the Americans. So these 2 units, all those units there are definitely spotted by that unit there. And also probably, and also, oops, that unit there, and probably that other unit behind. Okay, so we have that. So that's all the American units. Now the Russian units, I'm going from left to right. I'll just base it off this unit right here that's in the woods. Spotted, spotted. So all these units are spotted. And this unit's spotted. I believe that unit might not be spotted, but so I want to mark these 3 units. 2 of these units already have a spotted marker on them, but I also want to just indicate that this unit that didn't move last turn because it didn't have command is also spotted. Rotate and rotate. That's fine. As long as it's not straight up and down. Okay. I know these. Okay, so how about, so he is spotted. Okay. This unit right here. This unit's at level 1 terrain. Everywhere you look, that's blocking terrain. So he is not spotted. This unit right here, we said was spotted. These 2 units on the hill are spotted. And last but not least, we have one more unit. This unit down here, right there, I believe is spotted. So I'll just run a line of sight check. Now see, that runs right alongside that building hex, and building hex is considered inherent terrain, which means the line of sight for that would be blocked. So that is a blocked line of sight. So I don't believe he is spotted by, well, there's one more possibility for spotting for that guy. Let's pull back. Oops. Yeah, he is spotted. I just gotta check the range. All right. So from these 2 vehicles right here, what is that? That's range of 21. Let's check the spotting. Let's check the chart. It's been a while since I used the spotting chart. All right. So one of these is moving. That's moving. So, and these guys are moving. So those 2 units are actually spotted by this guy down here. So I'm going to clone that move marker. It's possible I missed something, but oops. Okay. So I'm just looking at one more. So that's the spotting phase. Now we do the command phase. So up on the hill over here, let's start with the Russians. Let's get the markers ready. I don't like the snap to hex markers. So I'm going to use the no snap game markers for the commands. Okay. So move command. He has a move command. He has a move command. Anybody else I want to give a move command? He has a move command. Remember, the Russians only have 8 commands. So the good news, well, I want to divide these units at the top of the hill into 2 groups. The units that are already forward facing, they're going to have 1 command. They're going to have a fire command. And the other units are going to have a short haul command. So the units on top are going to have a fire command, and the units under are going to have a short haul command. The reason is the units underneath, I want the units underneath to pivot to face the front of the hill. So how many commands do I have out right now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have just enough in my commands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have enough commands for everybody, luckily. So next, I have some fire commands for the Russians. Need for the Soviets at this time. Fire and fire. And this unit's gonna fire. That's it for the Soviets. Now for the Americans. This is interesting. Okay, I want this unit to move. I want him to try to attain hull down. So I'm going to put move command on him. This unit is trackless, but it does have a functioning turret, so I can still give it a fire command. Fire, and this unit I will give that unit probably. I want to give that unit a move command and keep them moving. All right, so that's 3 separate commands for the Americans in that sector. I have 9 total commands. 4 commands, 5 commands, 6 commands. I think I have, all right, 8 commands out. Let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one unit or one group of units is not going to have a command. So I want to give that unit a fire. This unit is going to be given a fire command. Okay, very good track. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's 9 total. I think I'm all right. I want to double check. I'm very sure I got this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I'm going to be short 1 command. So at least one of my units is going to be out of command. Okay. I'm going to give these units over here a short halt as a group. All right. I have 1 unit, 1 group that's out of command. Shoot. Somebody has to be out of command. And the out of command guy is going to be this guy right here. So I'm going to replace that with a no command marker. There's no command. So he's going to be out of command. And last but not least, we'll give this unit on the far right a move command. There we go. Okay. So I believe that's it for the command phase. Let me count the number of commands Americans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there we go. 9 commands for the Americans. How many commands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No problem at all for the Russians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So the Russians have 8 commands, which is good. The Americans have 9 commands plus 1 no command. And that is going to be it for the Russian command for the command phase. Now we roll for initiative. I roll for NATO forces first. NATO gets 84. Soviets get 50. So the NATO forces win the initiative roll. Now we go into the fire phase. So NATO forces win the initiative roll. I do want to make one correction. This unit should have had a fire command. So I have to remove that. Delete, and I'll replace that with the fire command. Okay, that's the command phase. Let me clear up these spotting markers. All right, so now we're going to go into the fire phase. So this unit at the top of the hill is going to fire at the unit in the stack that's faced to the left, the very bottom right there. So let's do a range check. Let's pull back. And hopefully that's enough to get a range check. I have to pull back more. There we go. Okay. So let's do our range check from here over to there. It's 21. And we have that M60A3. We're using kinetic energy. 21 is going to be medium range. The target unit was given a short halt. So let's see. Target size, no effect. Target moving, yes, -2. There is no cover. I believe that's it. Close, watch, yep. So it's going to be -2 for moving, so you're going to need a 35 to hit. Tough shot. By the way, that right up there is my command track. And unfortunately, that's a bad, well, that's my exos track, so that's a bad place for it. 100, so that's a total miss. So let's just zoom in. Could have missed by more. So I'll remove this marker and add a spot fire marker. And there we go. I'll just flip it to fire. All right, so now okay, so the Americans have to complete their fire first. So I have this unit right here. It's going to fire at, but it has to fire now at a different unit, unfortunately. Because you have to announce all fire against one target. So I'm going to check my last sight to that second unit. So I'm good. It can fire at that second unit, and it's up consecutive hexes, so there's going to be no problem with that as an obstacle. Range of 11, and that's going to be a short shot. Target has a movement command, so it's going to be base 70. -2 for target moving. No others. So base 56 to hit. Roll. 45. All right, so we got a hit. Hit at short range. It's going to be 96. Now we have to see where it hit. So we rolled a 4. And it's going to come in at the front, at a front side. 4. So it's going to hit the side of the turret. So it's a turret side hit. Now we check the turret side armor. So it's turret side. Front side, turret side. Okay, that's the wrong vehicle. There we go. Okay. So turret side, kinetic energy, 41. So that is, we do have penetration. That is an effective hit. Now we take the 5. We use that to see the damage it's done. And AP damage. So that tank is knocked out. So we did knock out at least one of those tanks. Zoom in, knock it out. Boom, boom. Okay. Put this tank down below. There we go. And that's knocked out. Damage. Knocked out. All right. Let's see, next American fire. This unit right here, I can mark with the fired marker. Click. go over here. I think I have one more American fire. Yeah, this guy right here. This guy with the track hit. All right. So he's going to fire at, he doesn't want to go through the brew of smoke, that make him hard to hit. So he's going to try to hit one of these two vehicles over here. What kind of cover we got? I believe that's scrub. Yeah, that is scrub cover, and I believe that gives light cover. Scrub, light cover, yes. Okay. That's, oh shoot, yeah, there was a, last attack there was a modifier. I forgot if the damage modifier. It's a firing vehicle. Well, the firing vehicle did not have a turret hit, so we wouldn't use that. Okay, so the range is going to be the range is 6 hexes. That's point blank range. Modifiers: no target size modifier, no moving modifier, light cover -1. The shooter's turret is not damaged. I believe that's the only, yeah, that's the only modifier. So we're going to need 63 to hit. Roll, and we got a 10, so that is a hit. So the penetration on that is going to be 110. Penetration on that's 110. Now we have to find its hit location. We rolled a 1. So it's front, we rolled a 1. Now that would be a deck hit, but it's not a deck hit because the attacker isn't elevated over the defender. So we go to the front, and it's going to be a turret front hit. So we look at the turret front armor for that vehicle, which happens to be a T-72AV. Front turn front, so it's 90. So it does penetrate. We do have penetration, so it is an effective fire. Now we rolled a 0, which is equivalent of 10, and that is brewed up. So we're going to mark that one of those 2 units over there brewed up. That's going to make it more difficult for the second unit to hit and to be hit. Let's make it brewed up. Boom. All right. So one of those is brewed up, one of those isn't. On we go. So that's it for the American fire phase. That, I'll put a fired marker over here. Click fire. Okay, so now it's the Russian fire phase. So make sure that the Americans don't have any more fire. Oh, they do have a couple short hauls over here. All right. So the Americans do have a couple more fires. So these 2 units right here are firing on a hill. Now, sadly, those 2 units cannot fire at the unit in this hex. So those 2 units cannot fire at the unit in the hex that I've put the box around. That's turned to the left because they have the short haul command. So, well, because they didn't already announce the fire. So they're going to have to fire, each one is going to fire at one of the 2 remaining vehicles that are facing forward. So we'll do a quick range check. We'll take it from there. So I'll do this first vehicle right here. Range is what? Range is 10 hexes. I believe that's short range. 10 hexes is short range. Penetration factor is 96. And do short range. No target size modifier. Target has a fire command. There's no cover. Shooter has. Okay, so the shooter is doing a short halt. Short halt's going to be the only modifier. Stabilization for that gun is a 2, so it's going to be a -2 modifier. And that's one of the, so I need a 56. That's one of the biggest changes, is that stabilization plays a bigger role in MBT compared to Panzer. Roll it. And 4, so that's a good hit. And that is yet another. And that right there is automatically a track hit. Without even looking at it, hit location, front, 10, track hit. So it's just immobilizes that vehicle. Okay, so one of these gets marked with a track hit. Damage, track hit. Now, in the, as you go adding rules, another advanced rule is you would check for bailout once the vehicle's hit, but we're not doing that yet. So the second vehicle is basically going to be the same circumstance. The range for the second vehicle, I believe, is going to be 11. Let's determine the range. The range for the second vehicle. Oops. Right. Firing a short halt really isn't too much of a penalty for modern tanks. That is. Yeah, that's going to be at a range of 11, so that's also short. So I'll need that 56 and 41, so that is a hit. Now we have to see at what facing it hits. There we go. Open this up. So 4 against the front, it's turret front. And the turret front, so at short range, the penetration is 96. The turret front armor, and the front turret front is 90, so that does penetrate. So we take the second number here for damage. 1 is the second number of the dice roll. And we look under the attacking vehicle, see what kind of damage gets done. It's just a 1, so no damage. So it basically, you got lucky. Number 1 is no damage. So yeah, it fired, it hit, maybe it was a glancing blow, but it'd be no damage. Next game, maybe the game after it, I'm going to add bailout where you check to see if the crew runs away. All right, so this right here, I'm going to flip that to the move side, and I'm going to mark that hex, those 2 units with the fire. Markers, fire. Oops. Flip it to fire. Okay, so now the Soviets' turn. I'm going to start on the left, go to the right. So over here, I'm going to take this shot. So that both of these units have to fire through brewed up smoke, so that's going to make it a little bit more difficult to hit. I'm going to take the one that's over here, and it's going to fire. It's going to fire at that because it has a better chance of killing it. And my second vehicle is going to fire. The second vehicle is going to fire there. So they're going to fire at cross. Oh, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does a little bit. All right, so let's check the card for the Soviets. So the point blank range is 6. Let's take a look at that again. Oops. Yeah, so this one's firing at that. It's 7. So 7, that against that. How about this against that? Let's see. Okay, so it's point blank. Okay, so this one right here, the one on the right, it has point blank fire against both tanks. So it's going to fire against that second tank. Yeah, no, because that has cover. It's going to fire against this tank right here. And the other unit is going to fire against that second tank. Okay. So they're each firing at 2 different tanks. So this unit is point blank range. Just go to this chart. Simple. Point blank range, target size +1. Target moving, yes. So it's going to be -1 total. And I don't think there's brew up smoke, so it's going to be -3 at point blank range. All right. -3, it needs a 63 to hit. 2. So it hits, and I can tell you right off the bat, because that's a 0, it's not going to be an automatic crack hit. Which really doesn't do too much, actually. It's not too bad, because it can still fire. But obviously, it's not going to be able to move, so. And I can mark it with the fire. I did a fire? No, have move command. Okay. Next. I mark that unit with the fire command, with the fire marker. Now the second unit has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a range of 7. So it's going to be medium range. It's going to be short range. Target size +1. Target moving, no. Target is in woods. Let's take a look. I want to see where that target. Okay, so target is in ordinary woods. So medium cover. So target is in medium cover. Target size +1. Target moving, no. Target medium cover -3. And then brew up smoke -2. So it's -5. So short range -5. That will be a 35 to hit. And it gets 41. So that missed. I'm going to mark that. Remove the command and place it with the fire command over here. Okay. Now we have this unit right here who has a fire, who can fire. She's going to fire at, well, can't fire at that. Can't fire at that unit because he would have had to, when I call the fires, he would have had to fire. I've already fired. So he has to fire against that unit in the woods. Let me check the range. Okay, yeah, range of 10. The unit is in light woods. Range of 10. Light woods provides light cover. Yeah, light cover. Range of 10. Short range. Target size +1. Target moving -2. So we have -1. Target and light cover -2 total. So it's -2 total, 70. We need 56 to hit. And 26. All right. So it's firing at the turret at the front side. See where the hit was. Well, first we have to see if it penetrates. So the penetration factor at short range for the American tanks, kinetic energy, is 96. Then we have to see where exactly it hits. I rolled a 2, I believe. So front side, so it does hit the turret front. The turret front armor is 90, I believe. Yes, turret front armor for that vehicle is 90. So 96, 90. It does do have penetration, and the damage will be a knockout, so it's knocked out. Okay. So this vehicle is knocked out. Mark it. It was never able to get to hold down position, unfortunately. I can obviously remove that move marker because it ain't going to be moving anytime soon. Okay. This unit right here gets a fire command, and now we have all the units on the hill. Clone that. There we go. So now we have these. Oh, how many units we got here? We got 1, 2, 3. We have 4 total units right here. We have 2 firing. Well, let's do this first 6. We have 2 firing ordinary fire. The second one's firing from the short halt. Okay, so I have to, before I fire against any vehicle, I have to announce who's firing at what. So those 2 that are firing at the fire using a fire command are going to fire against that vehicle right there. And the second vehicle, let's see if I can fire again. Okay, so the 2 units that are firing from a regular fire command are going to fire at the American unit on the hill up north. The unit that's firing from a short halt is going to fire against the second vehicle right there. All right, so let's check the fire against the units on the hill. So, yeah, goes from, oops, turn that off, go back, there we go. So I want to fire from here to there. It's a range of 21. Check the range of the Soviet T-72. 21 is actually going to be, well, 21's long range. Okay, so 2 vehicles firing at long range, target size +1, target's not moving, target is not in cover. I believe that's it. I believe we only have a +1 modifier at long range. Yep. So we have 2 shots. Net modifier +1 because it's a big target. So 2 shots I have to hit 33. 2 chances to get 33. 48, nope, and 84. So those 2 units miss. So that unit on a hill is going to survive for another day. Now the unit that's doing the short halt, and he's going to go from here. Oh, nope, I don't want to move them. Don't want to move them. So the unit's short halt's going to fire from here to here, a range of 11. Range of 11 is short range. Now we have all kinds of modifiers here. Target size +1, target moving -2. We have a -1, target is not in cover. The firing unit is firing from a short halt. Stabilization is 3. So we have -1, -3, so that'd be -4. And that's it. So you have a short range -4 and you have 42 to hit. And we got 77. So those units have fired and missed all of them. Zoom in. So now we have the second hex in that area. so now we have the second hex in that area. And who's it going to fire at? Oh, I don't want to move you. So now we have those two right there. Okay. Actually, we just have one because the second vehicle was already knocked out. So we will roll, and he wants to absolutely fire against this guy right here. That unit that had a track hit. So we'll check the range. Range of 11, so it's going to be short range. And I'll do it. Short range, +1 for target size. Target is not moving. Target is not under cover. So it's just going to be short range +1. I'm going to need a 77 to hit. And again, 91, so he misses. So I'm going to replace these with the... So I'm going to delete that. This unit right here. I'm going to flip the short halt mark over, and I'm going to mark all these with the fire command. And that's going to be it. Over there. Oop. Let's go down. There we go. So all those units who could have fired. All right. And I believe that's it. So we're going to, next time, we're going to have the movement phase. The Americans have quite a few units moving. The Russians, the Americans will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 units moving. The Russians will have 2 units moving. That unit right there actually should have had move command. I don't know why that doesn't have its move command on it. No snap. I want snap. Oh yeah, no snap. Okay, let me take a... All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the movement phase. So the Russians move first. And I pretty much know what I want to do with everybody. This is 7. 1, 2, 3. Going to rotate left. 4. And I want to see the cost turn into awards. There's 3 rats. It's light woods, so it's 2. So I can do that. 5, 6, 7. I get a free. Well, rotating the woods is a little bit more complicated. Right, because you have woods over here, light woods, and then to rotate, it has a cost of 2. All right, I'm gonna look up. So even in terrain, you do get a free pivot. So it's going to pivot right there, and I remove the move command, and I place a move spot marker on it. There you go. All right, so who else can move for the Soviets? This guy right here, he can move 7, 1, 2, pivot, 3, pivot, 4, 5, and he's going to stop. Commands over there. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of commands are in. And he needs a move command. I will move spotting marker, and he's done. Then the last Soviet Union, the last Soviet unit, pivot left. Moves forward 1. Pivot right. 2, 3. pivot. I believe it's 2 to enter 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2 to enter gully, 2 to enter brush, or 2 to enter scrub. And I have to put one of those, we'll have a move marker over there. All right, that's it for the Soviets. Oh, wait, Soviet had one unit over here. They had the short halt, and it's just going to pivot clockwise to get facing forward. Okay. That's it over there. Now for the Americans. These 2 units here had short halts. I'm just going to leave them there. How about these 2 units? They can move at a rate of 5. So I can remove that short halt command because they're just going to stay in place. Now over here, these units pivot 1, 2, 3, pivot 4, 5, pivot. And I have 2, actually I had 2 tanks there. Yeah, well, I have 3 tanks there. Good, 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 good. I'm going to move the second group. Oops. Going to be right there. And they get marked with the move marker. Any other American moves? Yes. These guys down back here. Oh, it's just, there's no hold down terrain. I don't want them to go hold down. I don't want them to. That would have a range of about 3 or 4, blind spot of about 3 or 4, so I put them like that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. It's grain. Let's check grain for movement for track vehicles. Crops, 1, good. Crops have a slight possibility of hull down. Actually, clear has a slight possibility of hull down. All right, I'm going to move this guy. 1, 2, 3. Pivot, pivot. 4, 5. All right, and this guy is going to move right next to him. See, the thing is, I can try hold down, but hold down in the open takes all your movement factors. And in clear terrain, which this is, you only have a slight chance. You have, what's about 10% chance of. So, okay, these guys right here. And they're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move them 1 more. No, I'm just going to leave them right there for now. Because I do have the road movement rate, but if I use the road movement rate, they have to face along the road. I don't want them facing along the road right now. And I replace them with the move check. Oops. And there we go. Oops. All right, and that's it. So that's it for turn. It's either 3 or 4. I have to see. I think it's 3. That's it for turn 3. I can remove that now. And just do a quick search of the board. Okay, there's nothing else I got to do. Nothing else going on. This guy who had a no command, actually should have had him try to move into hull down. Well, he did. He had a no command, so there's nothing he could have done. Okay, that's it. We're at 55 minutes. That's turn 4 of this game. Thank you for listening. See you next turn. Bye-bye.